Hazel, this is the third iteration of the Come Ashore Cup, but it's the first time that there's been a women's competition within it. What does that mean to you?
I think it's brilliant for the club. The whole club's come together. The Caithness Krakens, we've obviously been really successful this year, so it's really good to just kind of come together to do our first ever sevens tournament up here and join forces with the rest of the club. It's just a brilliant, brilliant day for the whole club.
Today, the whole reason is we lost one of our very good friends. I went through school with him, and we went off and did Agri College and that with him. And I worked with Alexander at the local market as well, and we used to always have just a lot of laughs. And yeah, so it was an absolute complete shock when I found out what had happened. I was actually farming down the road when it happened, and yeah, it really hit really hard actually, and it still is to this day to understand what's happened with him, you know. So it's a big event for myself and for Derek as well to captain the side and be involved in this. As the three of us were all together at college in Orkney as well, so it's kind of fitting that we're playing Orkney. We had a lot of ties with Orkney, and yeah, it's good to get a game against them here today.
Yeah, so Farm Strong Scotland is the concept. It's a project that's come across from New Zealand. It's been running successfully there for 10 years, and it's about working with farmers and crofters and helping them understand we've all got well-being, everybody's got well-being, but we can influence it by implementing various things. And now, what the interesting thing about well-being is that what works for me might be different from what works for you. So looking back in my career in rugby so far, you know, giving to the rugby club is one of the 5 steps to well-being. I've had that physical exercise, I've learnt on the journey, and I've got together with others, and that camaraderie, if you like, been so important. So Farm Strong Scotland, at the moment, we're rolling out across the country. We've got a series of activity happening in the summer, and we've got our team in place. We've still got that mentoring from New Zealand, because that's the sort of the originals, if you like, and a great link back and forth. Of course, there's such a strong rugby history between Scotland and New Zealand that we're tying into that as well. Really excited about being out here and being up in Caithness, and part of the Come Ashore Cup.
I've been involved in farming the whole of my life. It is an isolated industry, and you kind of get used to being on your own, and you get all these thoughts in your head, and your head can go down, and you can get into some difficult places at times. So it's good to get together and speak to like-minded folk and be able to see, well, it's not just you that's like that, there's other people around about that maybe are in the same situations and stuff. And I mean, it's a lot easier now with mobile phones and stuff that you can speak to people and pick up the phone quite quick. But yeah, it's just, it's still quite raw to us yet, you know.
We're allowing people to speak about it more now. It is perfectly permissible to have a conversation about how well you're feeling or how not so well you're feeling. Rugby clubs are a great way of bringing people together. They're a safe space for a lot of people, so I think it's really important that we do increasingly focus on having those mental wellness conversations within a rugby club too.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like I grew up on a little croft here up in Caithness, and I think the whole farming community, we've obviously come together today with a really important message about our well-being, to make sure everybody knows it's okay not to be okay. And I just feel like rugby is a brilliant sport because it really is for everybody. Then we've got girls on the team ranging from 50 right down to 18, and we can all come together and just have a great time together, make brilliant memories.